Hey guys! Welcome to yet another Facebook Pages video from one of your leaders here. I'm going to do this one for you guys tonight. I'm going to share with you my most important tips for running a Facebook page, and then I will go over the Facebook schedule that we all follow here when we're first starting our pages. Now, as you get into your page, you might find that certain things work better for you that don't work for others. And that is fine. You can change it. Sorry, I just thought of something I want to say, so I wrote it down. But for now, since you don't have the experience and the followers quite yet, we're going to follow what's been sort of tried and tested and what we know works for the most people. So before I get into the assignment, which is going to be this document with everything that you need with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some things that I think are important for running your Facebook page. So the first thing that we need to talk about is branding yourself. Now, at this point in your training, oh my goodness, do you know that you are not branding yourself as a Beachbody coach? You know full well we're not talking Beachbody at all. We are branding you. You've gotten some information on deciding what things are unique about yourself that you'd like to share. You've got some information on choosing sort of 5 areas of interest that are important to you. And we've gotten the idea of not puking out Beachbody terms when you're posting and when we're using our scripts. So we know that Beachbody does not come up at all in our interactions with our potential customers, clients, coaches, whomever it is that you're helping. That continues on to your page. Absolutely, we're not branding Beachbody. So things that I don't want to see when you name your page are coach, something, something. There's this one girl that's friends with me on Facebook. I swear to God, I want to message her and just be like, what are you doing? It's like something, Shakeology, last name. No, absolutely not. No. And the reason why that is you're so much more than that. Do you think that when Chalene Johnson was creating Turbo Kick, that she would have made it Chalene Turbo Kick Johnson? What? She then went on to make Hip Hop Hustle, Pio, Turbo Fire, Turbo Jam, Chalene Extreme. She's done the Smart series. She's written a book. She's a published author on the bestseller list. She is absolutely a huge public figure, a motivational speaker. Really want to limit her brand to Turbo Kick? We are not limiting our brand to coaches or to anything else that would limit where you can go from here. When you are naming your page, I want you to think big picture. Now, you guys are probably thinking, but your page is named Amber's Fitness. Yep. And sometimes I'm going to ask you to do as I do or do as I say and not as I do, because I made a lot of mistakes when I was new, and I'm trying to help you not make those same mistakes because I've learned things through the years. I can't change my page name now because once you get past a certain number of followers, you can't change it. So that is what it is. I will probably change it when I get married because you can actually submit a request to Facebook to say, hey, I had this life event and I'd like to change my page, right? So, but for the most part, you can't change it. So we need to do it properly from the first time. One of the major reasons that we actually do this without we don't just say, hey, go make a page. Good luck, right? It's because there's some things you need to think about. So when you are making your page, my recommendation is your first and last name. If you're going to include a health or a fitness or I know Autumn's Fit Family, that's actually really cute because her page is all about her family getting fit as a whole. Rachel's Fit and Fun is actually really cute as well. There are some ways to do it in a way that it will come up in the search function of if someone said, I want to follow some fitness pages, and they sort of typed in, health and fitness, health and wellness, etc. It might come up at that point. So if you're going to include something, that's fine, but make sure your first and last name are in there as well, if possible. The reason why I say that is because, if I happen to meet someone at Sprouts, I know I always use that example, but I meet a lot of people there, so, and I tell them, yeah, find me on Facebook, Amber Scott. You can follow my page, or you can find me on Facebook, Amber Scott. They might not be prepared to be my friend. But if they could pull up my fitness page, they'd probably like it and hang out. But it's not going to come up very easily for them. There's a lot of other Amber Scotts in the world that have pages. So that's not ideal. Ideally, you want to be able to say, like Griselda Lee's got her page when she got married, she changed it to her last name. Like, yourself a lead. Find me on Facebook. Right? It's perfect. It's great for your brand, and it does allow you for a lot of growth in wherever you're going with this business. So, just a reminder, we're not doing Beachbody. So, I wanted to point out that what you're going to see on some other Beachbody coaches' page are a couple of things that we're going to avoid. There are some tabs, I guess they're called, that you can add to your page. You actually make a custom tab and you can add the Beachbody challenge. You can add a catalog to shop. You can add all these Beachbody items, right, to your page. Again, no, you're not doing that. You're branding you. Don't want people liking you and then going, oh, she's a Beachbody. Right? If they've had a bad experience because some other coach was too pushy or too obnoxious or unfriended them when they didn't buy Shakeology or some other BS that happens out there. Don't add any of that stuff. I don't care if you see other coaches doing it. I'm telling you now, from someone who's got 47,000 followers and a great team, that is not how you do it, right? We're branding you. So none of those extra tabs, absolutely not. As far as things that you should consider when posting is avoid anything that might be considered negative. I do post a lot of like reality check type stuff. But things like, skinny girls look good in clothes, fit girls look good naked. So unacceptable. That is so rude. I absolutely think that we need to be celebrating everyone's body and empowering everyone, not being a hater. So avoidance of just being straight up hater, that's not okay at all. If you want people to follow you and like who you are, you need to have a good heart and put that out there. Sometimes you're going to push some stuff that might push the edge a little bit, but don't think about what you're posting and think about how it would make a potential person feel. They'd be more or less likely to reach out to you because of how you made them feel. If someone was thin and is thinking about toning, or maybe had a digestive disorder and they had been thinking about Shakeology and you posted that, you think they're going to reach out to you? Absolutely not. They're like, well, that's weird. Not going to respect me, or you don't know if that girl can't gain weight if she wants to. She's nice. Try not to cuss too much. I will occasionally put up things that have cuss words, but I try to do it late at night. And only if I really am like, I really want to post this. Yeah, leave your cuss words off. You don't really want to offend anyone. It's just not a good idea. On that same aspect, unless your religion is part of your brand, probably good to leave that out as well. Just because, again, you might have someone who is not religious and had really related to you up until that point, really wanted to work with you, and then was put off by something of that nature. Now, a lot of you guys have branded yourself, your religion, into your brand, and that's your thing. That's totally fine. I'm just saying, don't throw it out there for no reason, right? If you guys follow Thug Kitchen, I think it is, she cusses all the time, but like that's her whole brand. That's the point. Is how much cussing can we do in things that don't need any cussing? Like they're completely unnecessary. It's hilarious. You guys should follow her. So no hating. Try to avoid cussing. Avoid the tabs. I made a little list so I wouldn't forget to tell you guys anything. My personal take, and this is up to you guys. My personal take on my Facebook page is that it is there to provide a value. Provide value to the world, whether it be to entertain, to inform, to inspire, to motivate, to educate. Maybe it's a recipe, maybe it's something hilarious, maybe it's just a question to get them thinking about some aspect of their life. Lots of different stuff. That's my purpose. I don't use my page as a, hey, get to know me. Now, they get to know me because I have a very specific personality on my page, right? A little sarcastic. I push the envelope a little bit when it comes to maybe inappropriate things. I do occasionally post about wine. That's my general, my thing is I'm real. That's my whole thing. And so, but it's not a, hey, look at my Shakeology. Hey, here's a picture of me and my fiance. Or what do you think about my wedding dress? It's not what I do with it. I don't believe that provides them value. I want to provide value to everyone, whether they want to be in my life or not. So what I do on my page is I actually have my profile. My profile is where my life happens. Where I'm like, yes, I'm working out. Yes, I drink Shakeology. Here's a hilarious post. Here's a picture of me in snow. Here's my life. Here's me checking in with my family. Here's me recognizing my team. Here's me being all Beachbody all the time on Thursday. Thursday's kind of rough if you're my Facebook friend. You're like, what's happening? Where I might vent. Of course, my vents are always very strategic. They always end with a positive note and a lesson for a reason. So what I do is I provide value, and then when I see people engaging on my page that I like, they said a really funny thing to answer my question. They did something, they had a great comment. They interacted with me a couple of times. Those are the people that I would like to handpick to invite to be my friends, my actual friend on Facebook. And then people that I talk to about being in challenge, people that I talk to about their needs, people that I talk to about being a coach, I invite them also to be my friends. So my page is this is a service that I'm providing for you, but then come over here, be part of my life. And if you happen to see Shakeology as part of my life, I'm not going to apologize for that. Because I drink it. So just share my life. But I would never post it on my Beachbody page or my fitness page. Like, I wouldn't do that. Because that doesn't provide value. If someone's seen a picture of my Shakeology, the only person that's going to provide value to is all the other coaches that follow my page. That actually leads me into the next little tip I want to give you guys about engaging on Facebook. Now, this is going to sound bad, and I'm sorry in advance, it's an awkward thing to say, and it's a gray area, and it's not how I roll. You guys know I'm like super into loving everyone and karma and give to the world, and there's enough for everybody. But my recommendation for new coaches is don't invite a ton of other Beachbody coaches. Don't interact with a ton of other Beachbody coaches' pages right now. The reason why I'm saying this is because all of your friends can see that. And if your friends include your prospects that you don't know very well, they might stumble onto someone else's page. What I would hate to happen is you end up they end up over on a top coach's page who's been in the business significantly longer than you, is running more challenges than you, knows how to say things better on Facebook than you, has got a bigger page than you, gets more visibility than you, and you have someone who you didn't really know, and you kind of push them over there. Now, when it comes to the team, with the team, we're okay because we've got a really, really strict policy of we don't take each other's people under any circumstances. I have people that message me all the time that are like, well, I talked to so-and-so, but I really want to, nope, sorry, not happening. I would love to help you, connect with them, and you'd still be on my team, and you'll have all the training, but I'm not taking you. Because we have such a strict culture of integrity on this team, you don't have to worry about this situation with our own team members. I'm just saying, be cognizant of what you are commenting on and interacting with while you're either interacting as yourself or as your page. Make sure you're dealing with people that are going to be, have enough integrity to send them back to you. Be aware of what you're doing, I guess is the last thing I'll say on that. I have two little last updates that I'm going to talk about the schedule, or little topics. One, your profile picture. Can you please not make it a picture of you jogging or crossing a finish line 70 feet over there? They can't see your face. People are on the internet, they don't know you. If they can't connect with you through your cover photo and through your profile picture on your page, they're not going to get a good sense for who you are. They're not going to stick around. You want to be able to connect with their eyes, and be there. Now, my before and after picture is my profile picture. You can't actually do that anymore. I just under the radar. So again, do as I say, not as I do. Pick something where it's positive. Do not be drinking your Shakeology in it. Again, we've had that, right? Please, no kissing of the Shakeology cups, as they talked about in Platinum Presenters the other day. But just don't put it in your profile picture at all. Nothing Beachbody related. Oh my God, do not make your profile the cover of P90X3. I'll have to kick you off the team because it'll just be so ridiculous, right? I would never do that, but seriously. Um, it's so bad, you guys. So close up, smiling, positive picture. And then that's just you. And then along the top, that's your story that you're telling. So for me, it's my like weight journey, right? And if you go on Megan's, yeah, Megan has a great one. So does Griselda, where it's like their before and afters are up there, but there's words and there's like, hey, contact me and all of this, right? So use it, but use it for something without branding it with Beachbody and make sure they can connect with you as a person. They're strangers on the internet. You have to do your very, very best to engage with them. And then finally, please, please don't share your fitness page updates on your personal profile. For the love of God, don't do that. Nobody needs to see the same thing 16 times a week on both profiles. Like, come on, you guys. If you really, like, let's say you got an award. I have my financial fitness award, right? I put it on my Facebook page. I tagged myself in that picture. So you can see it in both places, but I didn't do it right away. I did 3 days later. I did not share it. Just come on. Nobody wants to see you guys' stuff twice. Nobody. That's the fastest way to get people to unlike your page. Because they're like, why do I need to go over there and like it? She's like, you're gonna share it over here anyway, right? So that's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Okay, so those are my tips. Those are my tips for you guys. Now I want to jump into schedule. So there's a schedule here that you can see in your documents, and it's just called the Facebook posting schedule. And please note that all of these are in your own time zones, wherever you are. They're based on behavior, not clock. So that's your own time zone. First thing that you're going to do is you're going to open your page. You're going to welcome your page. Good morning, your page. And that can be, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever time you actually get up, or a little earlier. I don't actually get up. Mine starts at 7, and it's something to just brighten their day. Be grateful. It's a new day. Get a day started right. It's not too late. Get up and go run. It's work out in the morning before your brain figures out what you're doing. All of that. Say good morning to Facebook, basically, in the most positive way you can. And then what you're going to do is basically every 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours from there, you're going to follow this plan. It's going to be a motivational quote, which will be next. An infographic. For instance, today I think mine was about why you should have lemons, right? And there's examples in this whole thing. So you can see, you can click and there's an example of what I mean by infographic. Then at noon, I want you to do your best post of the day motivational wise. The one that's going to get a lot of shares. It's going to really rile people up while they're on their lunch break. So 12:30, right in there. 2 o'clock, I do a question, and that's to get some engagement in a lull of the day. People are kind of like, bored at work. I'm back from lunch for a little while, but it's been a couple hours. They'll start screwing around on Facebook, and they'll quickly answer a question for you. And then, interact. Answer the question yourself in the comments and get working with them. At 3:30, something hilarious, right? It's just about that time at work where people are sort of over it. Maybe they just got their kids, or they're about to pick them up. The day is sort of shifting, if you will. And it's getting a little more lighthearted and less of the work day left. So that's where always my funny ones always go up at 3:30. 5 p.m. is your food porn. That is food. Either it's a recipe with a picture. I would really prefer it be food that you make because I want you guys cooking healthy food. And people want to know what you are doing specifically. They're following you for a reason. They want to know what you are doing. Sometimes I do, if maybe I'm running late, I'll post a picture from the recipe website and say, here's what I'm making tonight. Can't wait to finish up these calls and get at it and put the stock picture. But ideally, it's going to be your food. Okay, so 6:30 p.m. is when we would post something from Beachbody. Or a motivational pic or a recipe. And the reason why I say that is because at 8 o'clock, you might be posting your Beachbody picture. This is up to you, and I suggest that you alternate. But I provided a whole example list of Beachbody posts that you can use at that time. By Beachbody, I don't mean they say Beachbody. So you guys know we don't do that. I mean they will drive your Beachbody business specifically. So either 6:30 or 8 p.m., you'll put something like, did you know that I'm a real person and you can email me for help anytime? I assure that you won't scare me. I won't judge you. And the longer you wait, the more you'll kick yourself when you finally reach out. Just do it. And then my email address, right? Or you have a workout program that you started and never finished, or one that you ordered and never opened, and this post is for you. I am helping start a dust off your program support group this month. If you're ready to stop wasting what you paid for them and get some use out of the email. So there's a whole list here of different things. Again, no mention of Beachbody, but just things that will drive your business. So I would alternate 6:30, 8, 6:30, and 8 at that time because that's when people are usually on. And then I do something really cool late at night that's like, hey, I see you, put that snack down, or it's not worth it, go drink some water. Sometimes I do some more emotional ones, like forgive yourself, you had a crappy day, tomorrow's another day. You're going to be fine. So that's what you're going to work with when you're putting your schedule together. Now, my recommendation is that you immediately learn how to use the Facebook scheduler. It's on the page. It's right there. It's a little clock. Click on it. It asks you what day, what month, what time, and you just put it and it will go off. My recommendation is that your 7 a.m., your noon, and your Beachbody posts are live. Make it a little bit more weight than scheduled posts, and so then make it a little bit more visibility, a little more interaction, which is good. The rest of it schedule in advance. So my very large recommendation for you is don't do this a day at a time. Figure out what 7 morning posts you want to do, and then on Sunday or whenever you do your weekly planning, post all 7 of them across the board in the morning. That's my recommendation. Otherwise, life will come up, and then your page will drop and out of the Facebook world, and you'll be screwed. I mean, getting a visibility back after you've lost it with Facebook is actually really difficult. So definitely going to be something that you want to do in advance once you launch it. Now, when you do launch it, all you have to do is go to Facebook/pages/create, and there's a link in your document for you for that. You're going to select like person, I think, and then coach. That's what I did. Don't pick community because there's some weird thing that causes trouble with community. You're going to just make your page. You're going to name it. My recommendation is leave it in draft for a little while you get some posts up. Don't publish it to the world. Get some content. Get your little bio right. Something you guys should be aware of is like most people are on their mobile phone. There's a little like snapshot. It's like got your picture, a snapshot, and then posts. When you look at the mobile version, make sure that your little information fits in there. It's not scrolling on and beyond. Like make sure it's in there. It's got your contact information in there right away. I wish I had my phone in here. I would show you what it looks like. You have my iPad though. I want to show you guys what this looks like so you understand what I'm saying. It's important that you get this correct. I don't know if it'll show up on this one because the Droid app and the iPhone app I think are different, but this is my iPad, so we'll give it a shot. Yeah, it doesn't work on here. Sorry, kids. So look at your phone. Go to your page. Look at your phone as a public user, and see what that little square is, and make sure instead of saying something like, "I'm a Beachbody coach. Here's my link," it says, stick with me and I'll help you uncover the person you're going to be becoming. AmberSmith@gmail.com. What do they get? Why should they stay? Why should they click like? Make it useful. That's what I have for you guys tonight. You guys are, as of this video, allowed to go unleash yourself on the world and publish and make a page. Again, get some content going before you hit publish. You are going to publish it. You're going to invite all of your friends. And later on, we will discuss how you might run ads if that was something that you'd be interested in. Gather more likes. But for now, it's just going to be getting as many followers as you can from the people that you know and making a really good quality page that people are naturally attracted to it. So hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed all of the tips that you got from your leaders this week. And hopefully we'll be seeing some Facebook pages soon.